hear so much about lifestyle diseases, and often it is someone that we know who has heart disease, type 2 diabetes, or even a type of cancer. But what we don't hear so much about is that often these diseases can be reversed or even outcomes improved by just making changes to our lifestyle.
I attended a lifestyle intervention program, the CHIP program, and that is fantastic because it's like community. Everybody's there together, and when you're all there together, you make changes together. And so it was much easier for me to do that because they were pretty radical changes. Well, the motivation for me was actually a cancer diagnosis I had about 12 years ago, and that plunged me into surgical menopause. And with menopause, my cholesterol levels hiked, and they spiked at an all-time high of 6.8 recently, and I knew I had to do something radical.
I was motivated by being obese through my teenage years and connecting with a guy who was just motivated to change because his family were all dying of heart disease and cancers. And so he embraced the vegetarian lifestyle, and I started to look at that quite seriously, thinking it may have some answers for me too with my obesity issues.
We all know that eating healthy is good for us, but often knowing what to buy can be daunting. There are often so many messages out there about what to eat and what not to eat that often we just give up and do our own thing in the end. So how can you know what foods are good for your health and well-being? Well, there are a few simple things you can do. When you go shopping, you can read the labels, and that way you can find out exactly how much salt, fat, or sugar are in the products that you are eating. And if you need help figuring that out, why don't you ask a health professional, like a doctor, nurse, or dietitian? I'm sure they'll be more than happy to help you.
Well, a plant-based diet is definitely a transition, and it depends what your motivation is. You have to be really motivated to sort of get yourself across there. Your taste buds do adjust though, and it just takes time.
I found it to be totally difficult initially. I just never imagined life without meat. Everything I ate had meat or dairy in it, and I just couldn't believe that I could do life without it. I was probably the better part of 2 years, and we started just having no meat at home, but then when I went out, I was eating meat all the time, and the education just totally helped to just continue to carry on until finally I'm just totally free of it and don't even think about factoring meat into my diet anymore.
Although it may seem like these foods are expensive to buy, there are a few tips you can follow to ensure that you can eat healthy foods and on a budget if need be. Did you know the best foods you can eat for your body are those that are found in their natural state? Whole foods like fruit and vegetables and grains, they are high in all the nutrients and vitamins you need to be healthy. When foods are on special, buy in bulk and cook a big batch of soups, casseroles or stews. Eat what you need for the day, then freeze the rest. You'll save money this way and you'll have ready-to-eat meals on hand. Fresh fruit and vegetables can be quite expensive if bought out of season, but in season you can find quite a few bargains. So try to shop for what is growing at the time, and that way you will save money.
Well, a plant-based diet isn't expensive if you know how. And you just think about it. A lot of the things you're currently eating on your plate, you take them off and replace them with vegetables and plants, and you'll learn a lot of new things too, like legumes and beans and all those sorts of things. They are way cheaper.
And I find it's really easy to work with these, that they can be really simply prepared, incredibly nutritious, and you know that everything you're eating is healthy for you, so it's exciting.
It is exciting. To be honest with you, I'm in my mid-50s and I feel better than I did than when I was in my 20s. So that's got to be a bonus. But I have some proof for that as well. I told you the big thing for me was cholesterol levels. My cholesterol levels dropped from 6.8 to 4.2 in 21 days. Now that's got to be a good thing.
The change for me, the benefits have been the way I feel with my health, and also just not having to worry about my weight anymore. My weight's just resolved.
Did you know that frozen vegetables are perfectly good to eat also, even the budget brands? If you have to eat out or have takeaways, choose from the healthier option where possible. Most restaurants, takeaways or cafes have a healthy option on their menu, even the big fast food franchises. Cook at home where possible. Homemade meals are almost always healthier than what you buy at the shop, and most times cheaper too.
Well, everyone should consider eating a healthy diet, not for the benefits that they're just going to get now, like Kerry and I have told you, but for their future. I mean, I just thought of my mother. She lived the last 12 years of her life. It was no quality at all. She had vascular dementia. And I know that the changes that I've made will help me to skirt that disease. I'm not sure whether I will. I'm hoping I will. But I'm doing everything I can to make sure that happens.
Yeah, I think that we have personal responsibility to make the changes. My husband's dad dropped dead at 52 with a heart attack. He's missed out on all the grandkids and everything that we've done in life since he's passed. His mother was bedridden from an early age, just with health issues that could have been resolved with lifestyle change. And we really believe that we're making those changes, and other people should too, so they can have quality of life.
Eating well will always have a good effect on our health. No matter what your situation is, you can improve your health by eating better. It's never too late to make a healthy choice. So what are you waiting for?